hello, welcome. As we are on day 9 of Operation Crash Out, walking around in the current state capital of Oregon, Salem. It has nothing to do with the Salem witch trials, it's just called Salem. Salem being an old word to be used for like towns and whatnot. We're here to check out the Capitol building, obviously. Now, unfortunately, I don't think we can go in the Capitol building. The Capitol building has been closed for some time, under construction. I feel like a lot of these Capitol buildings have been under construction. California as well, but we were able to go inside. Same thing with Nevada. The legislative building was under construction, but we were able to go inside both, so that way we could get our challenge coins. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see the Oregon State Capitol's interior, as it says that it is temporarily closed due to major construction. But we'll be able to see the front of it, at the very least, as we walk through the great state of Oregon. Day 9 of the Crash Out. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. Whoever has been watching, mostly family, which is totally fine. I love you guys, obviously, as you're seeing me go on my great adventure, trying to get out of all of the stuff that's been happening and everything recent. So we're gonna switch the camera around. We're gonna get a nice wide view. This is their state park. Very nice, very clean, of all the ones so far. And then Nevada's was in like a small town. California's being in a downtown. I'm gonna try and see if we can find maybe if there's an area for like a gift shop of some sort. Super beautiful. And that is the Capitol building for the state of Oregon right there. As you can see, we'll get a little zoom shot of it. It looks pretty nice. We'll get a little closer. So we made it at least to... We're at 3 capitals now. I've been to other capitals throughout the course of my life. Let's see, let's go through the list. Sacramento, we just did a couple days ago. Reno, well, not Reno, Carson City, we did a couple days ago. And now we're here in Salem. I have been to Nashville before, that being another capital. And I believe Honolulu is the capital of Hawaii. So definitely, obviously, went to that one as well, because I mean, it's kind of hard. You only have a few choices of major cities to go to and on the islands. There's a courtyard here. There's a plaque. Let's read the plaque first before we really get a good look at the Capitol building. Capitol Mall parking structure. Oh, this is for the parking structure. A plaque for the parking structure. Well, I guess, yeah, because underneath this Very beautiful park. Underneath all of this beauty right here is a parking structure. Did I park down there? No, because I think you have to pay for it. It might be public, but get a good view. As you're sitting out here in the sun, watch is dead, but I think it's about 4 right now. Great state of Oregon, Salem Capitol building. I'm gonna get a nice little shot for myself. It's a hot day today. I don't know if this public service building has a gift shop, but we'll go in. No, we won't go in. We're going to stick to the shade a little bit. See if we can find if there's a building here that gives away challenge coins. Try and get one for the state capitol, even though it's closed. And give me 1 second as I try to look that up really quick. You'll still be able to hear me, but I think you'll lose sight of me, so I'll give you my pretty face in a blurred moment. So I think we're going to go to the library, see if they have a gift shop or know where there is one. It's a fairly nice public square. A lot of the buildings are pretty central to everything. This is definitely a well-designed structure. All the parking lots down underneath, probably for everybody who'd be working in these buildings. State Capitol at one end, open space on the other, and then surrounded by all the different public offices from like Department of Transportation, the library, which we're going to right now. So we're going to see if the library has a gift shop where it sells things. So we'll be right back as we head towards the State Library of Oregon, Salem, Oregon, the capital. I guess I'm new to the area. I just wanted to see if there was like a gift shop for challenge coins, and I saw the Capitol building's closed. So I don't know.
Yeah, we don't have one in here.
Okay. I thought because
Yeah.
I didn't think the Department of Transportation building would have anything like that. So
Yeah. Now, did you try going in the Capitol?
it didn't look like there was an access point.
Okay, because
Do you know if it's open for people to walk in? Or?
I heard that the gift shop is that open, which implies they must be letting people in there. But I don't know.
see if there's a guard. Maybe
Yeah.
you might know something. But yeah, I'll walk around and see if anything works.
Yeah.
I didn't want to impose on something that's going on there, you know.
Totally.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, we're all very ready for that to be.
Yeah, I bet. I was like, oh, temporarily closed. I hope it's not too bad. I drove past down there.
No. Yeah, it needs to reopen.
Yeah. You have a great day. Well, as they say in the business, no dice. No dice equals no challenge coin. But I did talk to a friendly lady there, and she said that the gift shop in the Capitol building might be open, even though it looks like the entire thing is closed. So we'll try to see if we can get around. I doubt that that's going to be a thing. Don't want to do anything illegal, you know. Trying to keep this channel as content rather than degeneracy. So we'll see if we can get a way around. We got so much of the Capitol compound just completely barred off for whatever construction they're doing. Apparently the lady I was talking to said they've been waiting for this to stop because they had to, it looks like I see a sign that says Capitol entrance. Maybe there's something over there, which is good. Good news for us. Bad news is I parked pretty far from where this Capitol entrance is, but I guess you need to walk every now and then. A good walk never hurt nobody. Let's get a good look. These are the parts where wild animals can run wild and free. Might even find a good deer or an elk or a statue of beavers. Isn't that lovely? Capitol entrance. Right around here. And then I guess I stopped all the cicadas in the area. Capitol beaver family. And that. Lovely. Very lovely indeed. Welcome, bienvenidos. All the way out here, Espanol. That's crazy. One of these buildings has to have an entryway. Yeah. What was you looking at? I guess this is the front. How to enter from the front of the Capitol. Little water fountain here. Makes sense why the water fountain's shut down. I wouldn't want to be burning off all that water in the middle of the summer, have it evaporate and everything. The little kid statue. And that Lyle crocodile. have a memoriam over here. Pay our respects to whoever this is in commemoration for. Morgan's home front all means Americans joined the military to fight enemies abroad. Tens of millions stayed home and fought in other ways to help the cause. Organians also shared a bond of sacrifice and will. World War II. This is a World War II monument. All the Organians who served in World War II, who lost their lives fighting against evildoers abroad and helping those here at home when those who went out to serve needed to be replaced. Beautiful tree right here. Oh my goodness, look at this. This looks like something you'd want to chop down on RuneScape. Look how thick that trunk is. Alright, let's see if we can get inside this Capitol building. Hopefully you guys are having a great Monday. I know all of y'all are probably at work right now. So I know some of my family is traveling as well, heading over to some fun places with casinos and all that. Hopefully you guys win tons and tons and tons of money. There's another monument over here. I'll give it a look before we make our way for you around the block. Hopefully we can find some sort of entrance. Oh, it even has a name for this children's statue, a parade of animals. Honoring the children of Oregon. There were crocodiles and frogs and whatnot. Now let's head over to here. See what we're looking at. And then we'll continue our walk to see if we can figure out how to get inside this building. So that way we can hopefully get a challenge coin. If not, it's going to be sad. At least we came to the Capitol. But it would be pretty sad if we can't get one. What are we here? Oh, there's a Vietnam War monument. Oh, you see that shadow right there? Looks like there's a squirrel of some sorts behind this tree. Oh, let me take a good closer look. Looks like they even divvied it up. Wow, lots of people from Eugene. And Grants Pass being the border town right by where we were at in Crescent City. Tons of Portlands, to the point where they had 2.5 pillars dedicated to themselves. Salem obviously has tons of people too. All for Vietnam. A war which, in my opinion, is clearly not a good one for a ton and tons of reasons. But one, nonetheless, that people had to serve, people had to fight for the country, regardless of your opinion of it. It didn't matter for them whether if they wanted to go or not. A lot of them didn't have a choice. And unfortunately, those who served, whether if they served out of sheer will or served because they didn't have a choice, they are commemorated here. For those were the Organians. A soldier's return. Standing solemnly before the American flag, a young soldier is captured in bronze framed by a wall of granite from most angles. Remains obscured, a symbol of anonymity regarded struggles and the veterans returning from Vietnam. Approaching the sculpture face to face, as if looking into a mirror, invites a moment of true acknowledgement, reflection, and compassion, and his invisible wounds become evident. In an era where mental health was often overlooked, challenges like PTSD, anxiety, and alienation compounded the sense of abandonment felt by many, expected to resume their lives as if unchanged by their experiences. This sculpture serves to illuminate the complexities of veteran experiences beyond visible battle scars. It advocates for recognition and support for those who have sacrificed so much. Very true in a lot of ways for those who have fought in Vietnam. I definitely have some family who served. So all of those who have had family, if anybody has had family that is watching right now that served in any major war or who has participated in such and they've come back home, definitely give them your thanks. Be reminded of what they've done. But some of them didn't do it out of their own will. Some of them had to come home changed because of a war that was fought for means against their own judgment. But yet they are still honored and respected here, whether alive or those who have passed. At least those here in Oregon are given such reverence. And got a sign that says the Capitol. Hopefully there's an entrance on this side. That would be nice. This does look like the Capitol building. This is the most construction I've seen for a Capitol building. I really hope the other Capitol buildings are not going under such huge construction, because that would be kind of annoying having to do with tons and tons of them. This is the third one, but this is the most construction out of all of them. At least with California and Nevada, we were able to enter them despite them going through their own construction. Both times. I had to go into the actual Capitol building to get to the gift shop downstairs. And then the other one, we had to go into the legislative building because the Capitol building in Nevada had more of a museum. Didn't really have a gift shop. But here's the hoping that there's a way inside of here so that way we can get the things that we want. It looks like there's a really nice stairwell right here. This probably might be the front entrance. Capitol entrance, boom. What do you know? Let's see if it's open. I'm gonna have to close the camera out for a bit. Exit only, exit only. Open? No? Oh, on this side? Or this door? Oh, this door. Sorry.
It's closed, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Sorry, I just wanted to know if it was possible just to get a challenge coin. I don't know if...
I don't think we can right now, sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Thank you so much, though. sad news. Very sad news. I got brushed off from the Capitol building. Said it was closed. I told them, hey, like, I understand the Capitol's closed, but is it possible just to get a challenge coin? And they said, no, we're not handing out any of those. So, what can you do? Right? So, oh well. Not a wasted day. So I'm not going to be able to get every single challenge coin, unfortunately. But, like, it's not even 5 o'clock yet. Let me see. Yeah, it's 4:30. But it's closed because of construction. Why do they even have people inside that are not guards? All I wanted was a challenge coin. Some teenage punk decided he just wanted to shoot me off. Oh, you're not allowed in. Okay, I understand I'm not allowed in, but is it possible to get a challenge coin? I'm trying to collect them. No, sorry, we can't do that for you. Alright, whatever, dog. Oh, well. I guess we'll just make our way up to Portland then. And, go exploring, I guess. Downsides, and that's okay. That's just the way how life is out here in Oregon. Maybe I should change the title from Oregon So Beautiful to Oregon So Rude. I can't say that because definitely for the last evening, I was thankfully housed by some lovely friends of the family. So I really do have to thank them. Shout out to them. I'm not going to say their names, but they do know who they are. Somehow, if they ever run across this stream, thank you guys so very much for allowing me to stay in your home, save some money, crash on your couch, and to play with your dogs, and to play with the cat. Very thankful that I got to be able to stay there. As now we move forward, sadly, not being able to get a challenge coin. Even though it said the entrance is around the corner. Oh, the Capitol's closed. It's 4:30. Government offices close at 5. You're telling me that you're closing up shop early? Or is it because of the whole construction stuff going on? I don't buy it, personally. I don't buy it. Slowing down. And over here on the northern side of the Capitol, and yes, this is the north, because we have to go up this way to head to our final destination. Oregon Capitol, man. And you would think in California with my boy Gons being all degenerate and stuff that we would have been kicked out of California's capital, even the Nevada one. But they were all very friendly. The guards inside were very friendly and all that stuff. But this guy wasn't even a guard. He was like just wearing like a polo t-shirt. Oh, the Capitol's closed. Rude kid with a power complex. That's just what it is. That's all that it is. I just wanted a challenge point. I didn't want to peruse around and all that. It's not even late. Government offices close at 5. It's 4:30. I understand you are temporarily closed for the construction that you guys are doing, but if you have signs that say, oh, the Capitol entrance is this way, you're going to have me walk all the way to the Capitol entrance. And then the door's locked. I can barely even see who's inside. What do you expect me to do? Well, give me 1 second. I'm going to have it freeze frame on me as I plug myself up into the car while we make our way to our final destination of the day up in Portland, where we will be staying for the evening. It'll be really nice. So I'll be right back. You'll still hear me. I'm just want to make sure that I'll give you all a good look of the car. Man. There we go. Now it clicks. Somebody just drove past in the oldest Datsun I've ever seen in my life. Freaking stinking up a storm outside. Jeez Louise, my dudes. Alright. Let's see where we're going. On the screen. Boom. Boom. And right down here. Boom. What up, we back. Hopefully everything is going well. You let me know that there's a car behind me. Not like I can't look around and see, but backup cameras have always been very useful. Alright. Let's get the hell out of here. Disappointment of a freaking town. Salem, the capital of Oregon. Very nice looking spot, you know, not too crazy with everything that's been going on and all that stuff. In the area, the Capitol Square is very beautiful. Probably more beautiful than I would probably say with California. Not Canada, fucking Nevada. Carson City, very nice as well. It's more small towny for a Capitol building. But both California and Nevada were very hospitable when it came to the people. Over here, at least in the capital city, fairly rude. A lot of the people, with just trying to get what I wanted. You know, like I just want to challenge coins. So unfortunately, until this Capitol building decides that they want to finish their construction so they can allow people in, we're probably going to have to wait until we get that out. It's kind of unfortunate. I was hoping that I would at least be able to go into their gift shop, but I was rejected for that too. So nothing you can do when they don't want to do anything with you. That's Oregon, baby. And here I thought that there would be other places that would have people who would be a bit on the ruder side of things. Either way, getting out of this joint, making our way to the good old place of Portland. At least not Portland proper, though we might go to Portland proper just for the evening, maybe go drinking a little bit, have some fun. Not with a group. I'm not with a group, unfortunately, so I can't really control a lot of that. But at least we'll take the ride there. We'll ride over together. It'll be about, according to this, we'll get there around 5:30, so not too long. Looking like it's going to be roughly around 50-ish minutes or so. So you'll be with me until we get to the hotel, drop off all my stuff, and then maybe I'll pop up a stream a little bit while in the hotel and go from there. Not much to see in this part. We're literally just driving through towns at this point. I might even see a couple of things that might look reminiscent from where, not in this part actually, probably when we get closer to Portland, because I have been to Portland before. Portland is nice, unless if you go to the downtown region. At least in my experience with the downtown region, it wasn't that good, but when it came to San Francisco, I originally thought, as every single time that I have been to San Francisco, and I've been to San Francisco plenty of times, that it subsequently got worse every single time I went. But this time around, when I had gone, it was actually not too bad. It was actually pretty nice. It was pretty good. So, thankfully, my thoughts had changed about it, right? There was a bit more people there. It was more inclusive. It was more touristy. So there wasn't really a lot of bad things going on, needless to say. Not to say that bad things don't go on in other places. It's just that San Francisco tends to have not a good reputation when it comes to some of its local people, and particularly the homeless, and how they just destroy that town. But things looked pretty good there, so I'm hoping things look pretty good over here in Portland. It's been a while since I've driven around. It's been a while since I have even stepped foot in it. Last time I was here was maybe about 3 years ago, not to the date. 3 years ago in around September, so probably in about a month from now. About a year ago I was in Canada. But yeah, 3 years ago, being in Portland, flew in, hung out with a couple of friends, missed a lot of good stuff that we're going to do tomorrow. That would be like Tillamook and all that, going to the Tillamook Cheese Factory, going to get some good samples of cheese and some ice cream, good delicious stuff that I missed out on, but maybe even also be able to go to this whiskey library that I also missed out on. But yeah, everything is hopefully going to be looking good. Just cruising right on over, trying to make our way back to the 5 as we head on up to Portland. Portland is another one of those places like Reno. We stayed for a couple days in Reno, got to record around. Obviously, we went to Reno so that way we could go to Carson City and then side quested in Tahoe, which added some miles. I didn't really think of going to Tahoe, but did it anyway because it was for fun. Why not? It was close by. Even though the storm rolled in and kind of ruined the stream, but that's okay. But yeah, Reno was our first long-ish stay. Now Portland is going to be our second long-ish stay, where we're going to have our third stay being in the Seattle area, our third longish stay in the Seattle area, which will be nice and fun. And then after that, well, in between, and after that, it would be hopping around once again, going from different places to different places, checking out each town as we go through. Obviously, walk around, see what's fun, going to the downtown area, look at what's good in those parts. But yeah, it'll be pretty sweet. Needless to say, being able to rest my head in one area, not necessarily having to drive constantly to the next place, but having a sense of normalcy, a place that I can call home for a little bit, just like I did with Reno. Granted, this hotel is going to be a little bit nicer. It was pretty cheap compared to a lot of the other places, so I'm kind of glad that this one came about. I'm going to have the room all to myself, which is going to be really nice, and then go from there. I don't know if anybody's in the chat watching. I don't know if you guys are chatting. But if you are watching, thank you for watching. I'm pretty sure it's mostly just my family right now. If it's not my family, then awesome. Like, feel free to follow. We're just driving around the country, crashing out. No better way to crash out than to just get in the car and go see some places. Go outside and enjoy yourself a little bit and be like open to new experiences rather than becoming degenerate and creating nuisance stream content stuff. I don't know if there's people out there. Oh, we hit low bit rate and we're back. I don't know if there's people out there that are watching at the moment that even knows about nuisance streamers or all that stuff. But basically nuisance streaming being like you go out into the streets and you just harass people. Not really my thing. I kind of want to do the opposite. I want to be able to just go around, mind my business, explore these places. If I interact with people, I interact with them, have some fun. Yeah, explore the country as well. Really try and take yourself outside of it. Go see new cities. Try and hit the capitals of each of these states. Check out all the nature that these places have to offer. Earlier today, I didn't really get a chance to record it all that well because, excuse me, connection was really, excuse me, man, I'm really drying out over here, and the bitrate has dropped. I hope everything's all right, or at least you're able to see what's going on. But yeah, went into. I gotta make sure I can hop on this freeway. The bitrate is also dying too, so I don't know why it is, but. Looks like we're back, but I'm gonna wait just a little longer. Alright. But yeah, being like, I forgot exactly what I was talking about. That's okay though. In essence, you know, I don't want to be some dude just going around harassing people. I want to be able to enjoy what I'm experiencing, go out into these nature parks, being able to see all the different things that each state provided, from the nice chaparrals of Southern California to the forests of Northern California, like the redwoods and Yosemite, to the deserty hills of Nevada, and what we have here are the huge mountainous peaks of Oregon, which is not exclusive to Oregon. Obviously, Northern California does have some of those as well. And then when we get into Washington, we'll be able to see some of those parts too, like Olympic, like Rainier, and the Cascades, which will be super beautiful. I'm really looking forward to those. But yeah, Oregon's pretty interesting so far. Seen plenty of deer, seen plenty of elk, seen unfortunate accidents on the road. Not people, but the aftermaths of certain animals. And just really enjoying the trip so far. Yeah, it's long drives. Yeah, unfortunately, we lose connection every now and then while we're on the road. Really hoping that as we stay on the main highways that we're able to stay connected for as long as we can, and that it's coming through perfectly well as we drive currently along the 5 freeway, heading to our rest stop for the day before we prowl around. And maybe we'll stick around in the downtown area of where we will be staying. I'll look into that. Maybe we can see what the little shops are in this area, as we have what looks to be a vagrant walking along the streets right here. Poor guy. It is pretty hot right now in Oregon. You would think that it being the summer, middle of summer, after having been on the top of like Crater Lake, having been in Eureka, that seeing like 70 something degrees, it would, in the middle of the summer, kind of crazy. Excuse me, I'm about to fall asleep behind the wheel. But it's pretty hot up north right now. I can understand why some of my friends were saying that it's pretty bad where they are in other parts of the United States. But yeah, it's 88 degrees right now. Not too bad. Not like anything crazy. I mean, we're getting close to 90s. Summer weather, basically. So if this is what summer is like in middle Oregon, then that's crazy. But we'll see once we get closer to Portland. Then we really will be able to see like the test of everything that's really going on when it comes to the heat, dealing with the heat. And this is also where it's 5 o'clock right now, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Sun's definitely not in the middle of the sky, even though the days are longer here. It's sunset around like 9 o'clock-ish up in these parts. Usually the summer, they have longer days during the summer. And the further north you go, the longer those days are. And coupled with it being the summer, there's just going to be further and further exaggerated. Whereas back at home, sun typically sets like probably around like 8 o'clock-ish. Maybe, I could be wrong. A whole hour's worth of time is absolutely insane. I remember when I was in Canada last year, a friend of mine and I, we were using the hotel gym because we absolutely needed to. And we were looking outside and we were complaining to ourselves like, dude, I can't believe it's like 10:45 at night, 10:45 p.m. and the sun was still up. That's just what it's like, I guess, when you're way up north. Your days are so long. It's kind of hard to get yourself into a certain rhythm, or even cultures even shift, based on how long it takes for the sun to set and how early it rises too. Sets around 9, comes up around 5. It's not a lot of time in the dark, but hey, gotta make do with what you have, right? And it's only going to get worse as we get further and further north. When we get to the Seattle area, who knows, it might set closer to 10 o'clock. But we'll see as sun sets out in these parts as we get closer to our final destination for the day. Saying that we're about 30-ish miles out. The sign right here saying that we're about 37 miles out, so I guess we're pretty close to our estimate. We're closer to 40 or whatever. Price is Right rules. I busted. That's all good. Get a decent view of what we have up front. And if it looks like I'm riding on the line, I'm not. I am dead in the center. It's just the camera angle makes it look like I'm riding on the line, because you guys are on the passenger side, so you're getting a nice view of what it would be like if you were in my passenger seat, pretty much. If only there was a way for this app to do both cameras at the same time. That way we could do like a picture-in-picture. I don't know, I'll have to research it maybe a bit. But this app is pretty nice using with the phone. I was originally using my camera setup to connect over. I probably will use the camera setup still with my modem and whatnot. But for the time being, the phone is doing a pretty good job. We're utilizing the 5G. And who knows, probably if we can manage to get Starlink, maybe that'll be really nice. But who knows? I don't. Starlink would be pretty cool to have, just so that way when we are in these remote areas, when we do get to low bit rates, they could probably be avoided by using the satellite internet. And if the satellite internet goes down, well, it just converts over to 5G or whatever. But if we're in super remote areas and we're like under a cave or under a canopy of trees and can't get satellite nor 5G or 4G, well then we're SOL at that point. Just like that, we received a low bit rate warning asking you shall receive. You talk about issues, the issues come. It's all good though as we drive through these farmlands in between Salem and Portland as we make our way further north. dropping here and there. It's probably normal as we drive through this farmland. We are on the 5. I do believe that the 5 freeway, if I had to assume it being a major highway, should have 5G connection all throughout the entirety of this long strip until we get to the town that we need to get to. So we should be connected the entire time as we get a nice view of us driving through the nice farmlands of Portland on the 5 freeway. A freeway I know good and well, at least a freeway that I know good and well back at home. I would take that all the time going in between from LA to San Diego. And now we're going up the 5 from pretty much like the Eugene area is where we started, and then coming up our way up to Salem, and now we're going from Salem to Portland using the same highway, which we will probably also be using as we travel up to whatever our next destination is when we get to Washington. So I hope you guys are enjoying watching some roads. If not, I can switch it over to me. You can see my lovely face if you want. Any of those of you who are watching the stream at the moment, feel free to chat. I have issues with the chat. Sometimes the chats appear, sometimes they don't. And I know they appear through Twitch pretty consistently. I know they appear through YouTube somewhat consistently. And for some reason, Kick does not show up. So I'm sorry I'm not able to see your chats through Kick. And every now and then YouTube will send me a message that you post, and sometimes it doesn't. Kick or Twitch seems to be rather consistent. Why? I have no clue. But I should be able to see most of your messages. If you have anything you want to say, talk about what you think about Oregon so far, or talk about any of the past locations I've been to, you're welcome to. If you want to talk about any other topics, I'm always open to other topics too. Or just say hi. Let me know that you're there, that you're watching. Say it in the chat. Hello. Even texting, even just texting in the chat. Sending something through Twitch or through YouTube or through Kick, even though I won't be able to see you on Kick, puts it in the algorithm and lets the algorithm know that people are watching. Oh man. gas is going great. Looks like the temperature has increased as we're going further up, hitting about 90 degrees out here in the Portland area. We're definitely, I don't think we're in the county just yet for Portland. We're pretty sure that somewhere in between. But definitely the part that we're in right now has hit 90 degrees. I'm going to open the window, so I'm sorry you hear anything. I'm going to stick my hand out real quick just to feel the heat. Definitely a little toasty out there, 90 degrees way up north. No desert in sight. There's some wonderful meadows, some trees. A little toasty, just a little toasty in the middle of July out here in Portland. You might be able to see it, you might not, just because of the way how the camera was, but you probably were able to see what looked to be Mount St. Helens over to the right. There's a ton of trees now, you're not going to be able to see it, but it's way out in the distance, clear as day, at least from what I can see, despite all whatever fog or smog is covering up the sky. It still has ice on it.